Welcome to Lake TV's Community Spotlight Show presented by Hy-Vee. You get a new guest every week here on the Spotlight Show. We've got Ron Duggan, who is Captain Ron, as we get ready for the shootout. We're into August here, Ron, and so that means you've got to be just crazy busy as you get ready for this huge event. I think this is the biggest event at the lake, isn't it?
It is the biggest event, and it raises, as far as I know, the largest amount of money for our community. But yeah, August is kind of a busy month.
Kind of, yeah.
Just making sure that we've got all the registrations in and all the dock slips assigned and all the badges ordered and wristbands and the food's on order and the water's on order and our volunteers are all taken care of, and we've got T-shirts to sell and items to sell for the auctions and all those kind of things.
Yeah, and it all goes to charity, right? I mean, nobody's getting rich off this. You guys do this to help out the community and a whole bunch of different charities.
We do. I've got a great board. They've been with me ever since we started this back in 2008. They all volunteer all of their time. We all do, and they do it for a great cause. And all these people come from all over the country for the same reason. I mean, they're just wonderful people that come here to participate in the event. They don't want anything. If they win their class, they get a plaque to take home and put it on their wall and spend a lot of money to come here for that plaque. But they do it because of all the different charities that we benefit.
And volunteers are so important, right? I mean, if it wasn't for the volunteers, you guys wouldn't be able to pull this off.
No, absolutely. I mean, we have anywhere from 500 to 800 volunteers, depending on the year. Last year, we were down a little bit on volunteer numbers just because of COVID. We expect to be back up 700, 800 volunteers again this year. And they put on the whole thing. I mean, we couldn't do it without them, and we just absolutely could not do it and that's 800 different people. It's not, one person doing 4 different jobs and we count it 4 times. That's 800 different people that volunteer for the shootout.
Really is pretty amazing.
It is amazing. And, we the first year we did this, we just kind of sat back and watched what the fire departments did. And then we were like, you know what, we think we can add some events to this thing and raise some more money. And so then we were like, all right, so we're going to put on a new event, but how are we going to put it on?
Right, yeah.
All right, so let's get a volunteer group to come in here, and then we'll make a donation to their group. And they grabbed onto that, and it's been going strong ever since.
Great idea. And I mean, new things come along every year, because my first time of being a part of Shootout was last year, and I know you had the silent auction, which was something new last year. So you're kind of always building and doing some new stuff.
Well, and this year we have the car show, the dyno show, and Matt O'Connell kind of took the lead on that, and he came to me with the idea, and I'm like, is it going to raise money for the Shootout, And he's like, yeah, I think we can raise some significant money on it. And I said, okay, then go for it. How are you going to get your volunteers? Well, I've got a couple of new groups, that I've been talking to that want to get involved, and they like what we're doing for all the other, groups. So I think I've got my volunteers. And I'm like, just run with it. And he has.
Wow, that's fantastic. Do you ever get tired of doing this and not just this, now you got Aquapalooza too, which, you had for the first time this year, last month. So does this stuff ever wear you out? Or?
Well, sometimes it does, but when you sit back and realize what you're doing it for, then you kind of get some renewed energy, and it's just, I keep pretty busy, to say the least, and it's such a great cause. And the thing is with the Shootout is, what's so exciting is you become friends with all these people that come in. You see them once a year, maybe twice a year at the most, and so you're doing it for them too. Not just the volunteers and not the charities, but you're doing it for all these people all over the country. I don't know how many people last year came up to me and thanked me for having this event.
Because it was really the only big event in the nation.
It was, and we were really close to canceling it too.
Wow.
And so I don't know how many people from California and Florida and Michigan were coming down just saying thanks for doing this, and thanks to all of our volunteers that came out and actually put on a great show last year.
Absolutely. Okay, so named one of the nation's 8 must-see boating events, according to Powerboat magazine. So you guys get a lot of attention. What makes the Lake of the Ozarks Shootout so special?
Well, it's in a great location. It's in the center of the country. This lake is unlike any other lake in the country. And we've been to a lot of different events. And it's just so unique, and especially with all the things that you can do on the water, all the restaurants and all the different activities there are around the lake. And the scenery is just absolutely beautiful. And so it's a great place to come And again, from anywhere in the country. It's not like you have to drive from New York to California. I mean, our guys that come from California, they're hauling their boats. It's 16 or 2-day trip. I mean, it's 22 hours or whatever it is, but they do it for a great cause. And it's just a unique place, and the people down here are so friendly, and we hear that over and over and over, from these guys that come in. There's just nothing like it in there.
It is pretty special.
It
Absolutely.
really is.
And the people are special, and really it is the people that make it.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
So we're talking with Ron Duggan, Captain Ron, as we get ready for the shootout. This will be the 33rd shootout, but the 9th at Captain Ron's?
Actually, a little bit more than that. I think we're working on number 14.
Wow. Okay. Wow. 14 at Captain Ron's.
Yeah.
So we'll have more. We'll take a look at what we've got coming up at the shootout this year right after this.
There's nothing like summer at Lake of the Ozarks, and Hy-Vee and Osage Beach is your one-stop shop for your day on the boat and fun in the sun. We feature the lake's largest wine and spirits department, along with our lake-famous beer cave. And you'll want to check out our brand new Summer Fun Center with all your apparel, toys, coolers, inflatables, towables, and so much more. Hy-Vee and Osage Beach, voted the #1 grocery store in Missouri and your one-stop shop for an unforgettable day in the sun all summer long.
It's our most protective wash yet. Introducing the Quick Car Ceramic Wash. It's an industrial-grade polymer solution with ceramic nanotechnology, resulting in high-end, advanced scientific protection of your vehicle's finish. The Quick Car Ceramic Wash. Try it on its own or with the monthly Unlimited Wash Club today. Quick Car. Quick, easy, and professional every time. In Jefferson City and Osage Beach.
Join Lake TV for a cup of coffee with Will and Chris, the Lake area's only local TV talk show focused on the Lake area. Local stories, local sports, and local events. Have a cup of coffee with Will and Chris weekdays at 8, 1, and 8 on Lake TV.
And welcome back to Lake TV's Community Spotlight Show presented by Hy-Vee. We're talking with Ron Duggan, Captain Ron, as we get ready for the shootout. So here it comes. It's here, man. The 33rd annual shootout, the 14th at Captain Ron's. My math was off just a couple minutes ago. 14th at Captain Ron's. Wow. Okay, so we get things cranked up with the mini shootout, right? That's those little boats.
Remote control boats.
Right.
That go 124
Those
miles
things
an
are pretty
hour.
cool, man.
The first year they did this event, they had it down at Captain Ron's in the middle of the week. It was on a Wednesday. And Bill McNeil put it on, and I went down there and I saw these boats. I'm like, wow, this is incredible. And I shouldn't say this, but I went and got my kids out of school so they could come down and see this because it was so cool. But now we have it on a weekend up at Hahatonka Springs. It's a great place, and we have tons of families that come out, and we have kids that are racing boats now, and they've got different categories for the youngsters. And I'm telling you what, it's a really, really neat event, and they continue to grow it each and every year. I think we had, a couple of years ago, we had over 65 racers, and like I said, 124 miles an hour.
And they come from all over the country.
They do.
Texas and Michigan and everywhere. They're bringing those.
Yep.
Those are cool. I mean, you've seen the little planes. These are the little boats.
Right.
Yeah, they're
Right.
awesome.
Right.
So then, so that's the weekend before
Correct.
shootout this year, and the meet and greet on the 19th. Wishing on a Ride, one of the coolest, neatest events every year at the shootout, and that happens on again the Sunday before the shootout.
The Sunday and then the Thursday of shootout week.
So it's
also.
2 days this year.
Right. It's over at Performance Boat Center on Sunday. We just had so much demand for it, for the rides, and a lot of the racers, some of them couldn't make it down, until the following weekend, and so Tiffany Mawson does a great job with that, and so they decided to do a second day. So they do it on the Sunday before and then the Thursday afternoon.
How cool is that? And I mean, I'm a big wuss because every time we show that on Lake TV, I'm like crying.
I know. I've been down there one time and I couldn't handle it. I had to walk away.
Yeah.
We had our daughter go down and get on a boat one time, so it was pretty cool.
Oh,
So.
I know. I'm tearing up right now just thinking about it. Shootout Treasure Hunt is the Monday of Shootout Week. What is that?
Well, it's actually. You're digging in the sand for buried treasure.
Nice.
Basically, is what it is, and each little treasure box has different prizes, and then there's 10 boxes that have keys in it. One of them actually starts a little all-terrain vehicle that we give away for the grand prize. We have tons of prizes for it. it is so fun watching anywhere from 2-year-old kids to 92-year-old kids out there digging in the sand.
You might see Uncle Chris out there digging.
I'm telling you, it's a lot of fun. We have a great time with it.
Nice. And that's the Monday of Shootout Week. I got the Hall of Fame dinner on Tuesday, and that's always special. And we've got obviously some new Hall of Famers this year. Who is going in this year?
Got a great class this year. Buck Strassner comes all the way from California. He's been racing for years. He's in. Randy Kent, another racer, but he's also a big donor to one of our live auction. Dennis Klotzer from KRMS has been kind of long overdue, to be honest with you. He did a great job of putting the Shootout on the radio and TV map. We have Dave and Connie Weir, who's Connie's on the board with us, and they're just they're great people. They do everything as far as volunteering for the Shootout and spend a lot of time. And then we have Robbie Morgan, Robbie is the son of the late Bob Morgan, who the Hall of Fame is named after.
Wow.
So we've got a great class again this year.
Yeah, I mean, every year. It's just like, it's great. It lives up to its name.
Just gets better and better every year.
It sure does. And then things really get cranking. Shootout on the Strip meet and greet. Waves and Wills presents that on Wednesday. That's where everybody's elbow to elbow, and stuff. And they just went all nuts last year. But it's so much fun.
It is. And seeing the boats up close, on the trailers, they're magnificent boats, and the guys love to show them off. We'll have about 100 boats in their rigs and trailers, and they bring their side-by-sides, and it's a fun night. I mean, you'll kind of be there with about 15,000 of your closest friends, but it's a fun event, and the business owners up and down the Strip do a great job of hosting this for us.
Yeah, they sure do. Again, getting back to the people, it's the people that make this special. Then things get cranked up on Thursday. You got the Poker Run meet and greet. You got that dyno car truck motorcycle show you were talking about. That's on Thursday. So things just, the pace just kind of picks up, gets busier. The Poker Run itself is on Friday, and everybody loves that, right?
Yeah, that's a great event also. We'll have, about 120 boats, but about 600 people that participate in it. And they go up and down the lake and visit a lot of the different restaurants. And it's a fun day on the water. Rain or shine, they're out there doing it. And of course, you guys are involved pretty heavily in that. So.
Absolutely. Lake TV all over that. That is greatness. And then, of course, the Shootout itself on Saturday and Sunday. So as we get close to running out of time here, a lot of people looking for information on the Shootout, how to be involved in it, maybe how to volunteer, or what events to go to. How can they get information on that?
The best way is go to our websites, like the OzarksShootout.com. There's all kinds of different events located on there, but there's also a contact page. So if you're interested in volunteering, there'll be a volunteer coordinator who happens to be the Chamber of Commerce here on the west side, and you can contact them, and they'll plug you into a spot that needs some more volunteers. And so just anybody you want to contact if you have something that you need to have a question, or you want to ask about lodging or what to do when you're here. There's a place for it on the website.
Absolutely, and I'm guessing you're always looking for volunteers. You never have too many volunteers.
We accommodate everybody, and we may have 20 guys when we can. 5 of them can do the job, but you know what? We want everybody to come down and participate and be a part of the Shootout, and so we never turn anybody away.
Absolutely. And again, lakeoftheozarksshootout.com is the website, and all the information is there. And I think you got a Facebook page of the same name, right?
We do. Yep. And in fact, you guys, I think, help facilitate that Facebook page, and there's a lot of information on there.
Yeah, I think our own genius behind the scenes puts all that together and keeps that all running.
Yep,
Absolutely.
He does a great job with it too.
Well, Captain Ron Duggan, thank you so much. And I don't know, I'm sure you get a lot of people thanking you for this, but thank you so much for all the work you put in and putting on such an amazing show with the Shootout every year.
It's a little bigger than me, and just so you know, again, up to 800 volunteers. We've got about 45 people on our committee. There's 7 board members. Everybody does their part, and all I do is just kind of make sure everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing. So I kind of sit back and say, all right, we got this covered? Yep, you got it covered. All right, we're good then. And so I get a lot of credit for a lot of things I don't do. And our board and committee just does a fantastic job, and they make me look really good.
Well, thank you for coming by and talking with us today.
You bet.